Let's look at one of the most famous Psalms. In it, we get a pastoral look at God as our shepherd from the man who was a shepherd, David. Psalm 23. It starts like this: "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want." The word for Lord there in the original language is Yahweh. Yahweh is my shepherd. There's so many words for God in the Old Testament. There's El Shaddai, El-Elyon, Adonai, Yahweh, Elohim. Here's the amount that each of those are in the Bible, but here it's Yahweh. I am is what it means. It's such an interesting job for God to have. I mean, it sounds so crazy that God would be a shepherd. Like, imagine me saying Barack Obama is my shepherd, or Donald Trump is my shepherd, or LeBron James or Jeff Bezos is my shepherd. No, those guys wouldn't shepherd you. They'd hire someone to do it. They wouldn't have the time. Charles Spurgeon said of Psalm 23:1, "What condescension is this, that the infinite Lord assumes toward his people the office and character of a shepherd?" And how awesome that after his teenage years as a shepherd, David compares God to his own profession. This isn't blind poetry, comparing God to an astronaut having never been in orbit, or comparing God to a lawyer having never addressed a jury, or comparing God to a shepherd having never led a flock. No, David had done this many times. He knows what he's comparing God to. And there are many professions that God is like. God's like a construction company because he finishes on his timetable, not yours. God's like an avant-garde artist because he doesn't care if you understand all of his art. Disagree? Read Ezekiel. God's like a production designer at a theater because much of his work is behind the scenes and we don't see it. But here, God is compared to a shepherd, which is one of the best and most apt descriptions of God. And unlike mine, this one is in the Bible. But we skipped one word. Anybody see which one? My. David doesn't say that the Lord is a shepherd. He says, the Lord is my shepherd. The comfortable, close relationship of shepherd to sheep is a picture of the peace that comes from close proximity to God. Yahweh is a shepherd, and he isn't just a shepherd, he's our shepherd. And that is an awesome thing about God. Do you believe it?